Hi guys, so today is our day to share a story with you, which I'm so excited and kind of scared because honestly it's really cool to hear why different coaches choose to coach, and there's so many reasons, but the depth of it is deep. It goes into your heart and soul, and so here's me opening myself up to you and sharing with you a little bit of my story. So I just want to start off by saying I have always loved soccer, and I've loved doing outdoor activities and kind of roughing it up with the boys. I was a huge tomboy. I think I finally learned to dress well, like in college. High school was verge, but anyway, so I played soccer in college, and my senior year I broke my leg. And I didn't get to play, and that kind of put this burning desire in my heart that I still wanted to play, I still wanted to do stuff. So fast forwarding, I pushed hard, and it really messed up my back. My back slipped out, like just the vertebrae slipped out 3 different times, like 2 lower, 1 upper. And one of my ribs has lost its ligament, so it'll pop in and out sometimes. So I've got like these back things that are going on still that kind of come up. But my leg, and then because I pushed, it's hurt my other knee. So all in all, I'm like a 70-year-old arthritic woman, okay? So fast forward to my first pregnancy. So I stayed pretty active, you know, when it's just you and your husband and you're working or whatever, you can still find time for fitness and to do activities together, no problem. But once baby number 1 comes, I know a lot of you guys can relate to this, it just rocks your world. We tried gym memberships and had visited maybe 3 or 4 times through the year. So I started doing my own stuff at home because I do have a fitness background, so I was able to conjure up some good stuff for myself. But when my son was 11 months, I found out I was pregnant again. And I'm really grateful that, you know, Callie came when she was supposed to. But nonetheless, it was rough on my body. My hips with my first pregnancy would shift. And in the second pregnancy, it shifted much worse, where I would be stuck and I couldn't walk because it would just start shooting pains. And anyway, just structurally really hard on my body, and other pains as well, but I won't get into all of it. But so I was pregnant. My second baby, Callie, was born in September of 2012. And it was a month before that that my mother-in-law was actually diagnosed with cancer. And they lived in St. George at the time. Well, she ended up, it was pretty hopeful, but then went downhill really fast. And my husband and I were really impressed to tell them to come and move up here to Salt Lake and move in with us, so we could help, because my father-in-law commutes to California. So they did that in February of 2013. And so my daughter was like 6 months or almost 6 months, around there. My mother-in-law only was with us for 2 weeks and then passed away, and it was life-changing for everyone, and specifically for me as the mother of the house. Suddenly I had 2 teenage boys that I felt responsible for, on top of my, at the time, 2-year-old and not 1-year-old. And then my father-in-law was living with us as well, and he'd commute to California through flying. So anyway, and my husband was in school. So for those 2 years that they lived with us, I honestly really lost myself. I'd schedule soccer once a week at least, so I could go out and have that hour of me time. But big shocker, that wasn't enough. And like I said, I was trying to work out and do my own thing, but you hit that point when you're working yourself out that you're just like, meh, you don't really go there. You don't push yourself there. So I ended up pretty unhappy with where I was. So let's see, this is last year, so 2014. I had been plateaued for over a year at my weight, and my physique hadn't really changed. And I was working at the hospital as a per diem in cardiac rehab too. Forgot to chime that in. So those days were actually my days off that I went up to the hospital, but it ended up turning into more of a stressor because of weekends gone and holidays working and being booked or scheduled like 4 days in a row, and then everything would blow up because I was gone. So for me, everything was just helter-skelter. I mean, I'm sure you can see that. It just was so off-balanced, and I gave everything to everyone. And I felt selfish if I took time for myself for soccer on Saturdays. And I know that my husband didn't mean for it to feel that way at all. He was happy I could go, but I felt selfish for taking that time. And Beachbody has allowed me to take time for me every day. And if you don't balance yourself, you get burned out. So I had quit the hospital in 2014. Well, it was the end of 2013. And I was home with my kids in 2014. And it was November of last year that I was done. I was sick of it. And I reached out to my coach, or to my friend who I had played soccer with way back in high school, like a decade ago. And I asked her what she was doing because it was always so positive, and it drew me in. Gosh, sorry. I knew I was going to open myself up, but I didn't know I was going to be like bawling. And so she told me a little bit of what coaching was all about, and I was really skeptic. I was kind of excited, but very skeptic. And I'm not like a shake person. I'd never done shakes, and so I was extra skeptic. And she said she heard kind of where I was at and what I was interested in doing and what I had been doing. And she said, look, you've just got to try it. You're going to love Shakeology. You're going to love these programs. You will see a difference. You just got to jump in and give it a go. And so I did. Dean, I did. And I was kind of blind about maybe this coaching opportunity. You know, I started kind of looking into the trainings, and we jumped in with the 21-day fix, and I was still putting it all to the test in my head. I wasn't sure if I was all in or all out or somewhere in between. And after 2 weeks on Shakeology and doing the 21-day fix, I felt such a change in my body and in my mental state. And I was a better mom and a better wife. And I finally had change happening. And it wasn't just the physical, which was great because I lost 6 pounds like it was nothing. But it was my mental state and emotional state finally finding a balance. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful for how uplifting the whole coaching network is. Our Inspiration team, which is my uplines team, Micah, who we're going to share her video. Micah's amazing and just so positive. She's only been doing this for 2 years, and she's already making over, 6-figure income. She's just been tearing it up. And, that's like a wow story. And I think there's just real stories kind of like mine that there's no doubt in my mind that I will start to see the curve. They call it the slight edge or the compound effect, where I will start to see more financial freedom and freeing my time. But right now I'm in the building phase, and I'm so excited to be in the building phase because it has me talking to so many people and reaching out to so many people to share what has been a saving grace in my life and to help people feel so much better about themselves as just me. I feel like me again. I found myself again, And I saw a quote today that I'm actually going to post tomorrow on my main page that says, let me find it. I wasn't planning on sharing this, but it totally fits. 2010 me would literally be terrified of 2015 me, and I love it. So I'm going to end with those words, and thank you for your time. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you maybe with some comments and reflections below of, you know, why are you here? What is it that you're looking for? Do you even know yet? And so maybe now's the time to look in and reflect and figure out why you are here, because you're here for a reason. And it's an amazing job to help so many people's lives. And it's been really amazing as a coach, once you sign up that first person and you feel the responsibility of, wow, they're mine. Like, I told them they were going to get results. Let's get them some results. That accountability pulls you up in the morning, makes you work out, because why would they do it if you're not doing it? You got to lead by example, and that's probably one of my favorite things about coaching. So, you know, these products are amazing, and every single person I've worked with, and there's been over 50 at this point, no one sent back Shakeology, even with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Nobody's returned a program. Everybody is so happy with the results they receive when they give it their all, but there's no need to turn anything back. So, forward with faith. Okay, I'll end there.